Hi guys, my name is Brooke. This is not going to be your average makeover. I love watching the videos where people do renovations or makeovers for $0. I think they're super relatable. Everyone has a room in their house that they don't know what to do with and not a lot of budget to make something happen with it. It is time to show you guys the room that we're working with. If you have a panic attack, don't worry, I did too, but we're gonna figure it out together, okay? We're gonna come up with something good. It's an adorable little cube of a basement room. It has windows and it's in a basement, it's pretty cool. My friend has asked me if I could help her turn this basement storage room into a spare guest bedroom. I thought you guys would enjoy coming along for the ride. So the great thing about this room is we're working with pretty much bare bones. We can only go up from here and get organized, get clean, and at least have a functioning room that can be used in this house. But the really daunting thing when it comes to a space like this is the endless possibilities. So while we're working on the first step, which is going to be decluttering and clearing out this space, we're going to discuss the constraints that we're going to put on this project in order to not make it so daunting, because if you don't, a space like this is impossible to even get started because it's just too scary. First step to any room makeover is at least to declutter, and then if not, clear out. If you really can't get the layout of the room figured out, sometimes it takes like clearing out the whole room. The first constraint we have is obviously not spending money. I think this is going to be a really realistic and helpful constraint. A lot of us have rooms like this and no budget to spend on it. The second constraint is the function of the space. Previously, this was a guest bedroom and we're going to keep the function the same. It's still going to be a guest bedroom. My friend does have a friend coming over, which leads us to our next constraint, which is the time in which we're trying to complete this project by, and that's by tonight. I have to get this done in about a day. They actually have guests coming over, which is kind of why I kind of came up with this idea in the first place. We'll see what we can do with the time we're given. That's really cool. I feel like I don't know whose that is or what they use it for, but I think what can be really daunting about a space like this is the time you think it's gonna take. But if you give yourself a day or two, a weekend to just do it, you might be surprised that you can get it done in that time. We finished decluttering and now things get exciting or scary depending on how you look at it. We left the bigger stuff in here, like the art pieces, this chest, the table. It's already getting echoey in here. And then the bed. These are things that we need to use and keep for the room. As for all the stuff that I cleared out, a lot of it I piled into keep, donate, sell on Facebook Marketplace, or throw out. Making a couple different piles when you're decluttering instead of just like chucking it out of the room can really help in the long run, save time. We are ready to move to step number 2, which is kind of figuring out the layout. Tell me what the best layout is for you. Also, I was thinking about, maybe I should find a different position for this. Also, I was thinking about, when it comes to throwing things away, something that has really helped me are 2 things. 1, take a picture of it. It's something that you haven't touched in a year, but you don't want to throw away because you're like, well, what if I want to like think back on that time or that memory? Take a picture of it. And it really gives you the final, to throw it away. That's really helped me. Number 2, I don't want to like contribute to more trash in the universe or more waste. So I kind of feel like, well, if I hold on to it, it's not gonna like go straight to the landfill, but it is. Just because it's not being thrown out doesn't mean it already isn't waste. So it's just waste in your home at that point that you don't use and don't touch. So get rid of it. Throwing things out is hard. It's hard. All right, let's play around with this layout. We have no one to help us move this bed at the moment. That's okay. We are strong. I am strong. Oh, it may only be a twin, but oh my God. All right. The solution I'm gonna do is do it online. We're gonna do this on the computer and see what layout we like and try a couple options there because I'm being lazy and we have technology for a reason, right? The things that we know for sure that we're gonna use are the bed, this red chair, this side table that I found yesterday on a walk, and the rugs. Those are items that were already in this room or that I just recently found that I think would be really good to use for this space. So let's start with the bed. I played around with a couple spots, ultimately ended up putting it under the picture frame so that we don't have to move it. So I think that will be good. And it's like off the wall, which I think if we have it against the wall, it's gonna be a little awkward with how much space there is, and with the twin bed being so small, it needs to come off the wall a little bit. And to help that and like bring it together, we're gonna add a plant there, which I know they have a plant. The space definitely needs some life in it, so that will help. Next to that, obviously we're gonna throw that side table that I found there. It's a mid-century modern side table. The red bed frame that we have is very childlike. It was a children's bed. So I think the red with the mid-century, I think will help bring a little maturity to this space. They're both very different aesthetics, but that's what's kind of fun sometimes with playing around with what you already have. It can create a really cool dynamic that you wouldn't have otherwise landed on. And then just to tie it all together, we're gonna throw the rug in there that we have. Now we have like our first little zone. It looks pretty cute with what we have. Now on the left-handed side, I'm thinking of doing like a little cozy chair and bookshelf situation. So we're gonna use that red chair that we have. I wasn't 100% sure what we're gonna be able to use for a bookshelf, but I was playing around with different ones to see like height-wise what we would want. Ideally, something taller would be really good here, just to, as you can see, the short bookshelf, everything's a little too much the same height. So it would be really nice to have something that brings height to this room, because we don't have that at the moment. So if we can find something that we have that's a taller bookshelf of some sort, and that will really fill out the space. At this point, we basically have the room to a point of functioning again, for sure. And then we'll throw the other rug in there just to tie the two zones together. Just imagine that the rug is not at an angle like this. It will look better, hopefully. I don't know, I'm not sure if, I think this is what it's gonna look like. We will not know until we try. This belongs in not in a room like this, it just doesn't. Let's get it out. It's so much heavier than it looks. Honestly, this painting being here could not be more perfect. Maybe I'd have it up a little higher just to bring some height to the room, but it works. What do we think about the bed here? What do we think? I like it. Do you like it? Oh, I forgot about the chest. That will be perfect for at the bottom of the bed. Very nice. Such a cool chest. They could set their suitcase down here. I'm gonna move these for now. They're just bugging me. This piece I found on the side of the roads completely for free. This was a very lucky find. Ooh, I think I know why they didn't want it. It definitely needs to be tightened. It's so wobbly. I was a little worried about this being the only woodish looking brown color in here. But since I forgot about the bench, they're kind of a similar color. So they always say that if you don't have just a signature one color piece, you should always at least try to tie the color back into other pieces in the room to make it cohesive. I don't know why that was so hard for me to say and explain. So these two pieces do a really good job of that. Actually, the rugs are two different colors. That's probably not good. Are these the same color, guys? I don't think they are. Are they? No. We'll see. But I want to keep this one for now, even though it has a stain on it over there. Just ignore that. Oh my god. Oh, that does not look good. As much as I would like this plant to fit here, no one wants to wake up and get poked in the eye. So I think there's another plant that we can use, and it might be better because the other plant is taller. It'll bring some height into this area. Grow up, not out, buddy. This thing is so heavy, you have no idea. Now this is much better. This one is fake though. It's probably more practical to have a fake plant in the basement. No one's coming down here to water. Oh yeah, looks like we're outside in nature now. These fields were meant for walking. That's just what they'll do. One of these days, these... Pretty nice, cozy chair. So this is the best piece of furniture I could find for here that they're not using. It's really not the ideal color of wood or shape. It's actually really unideal. Ugh, yikes. It's just too much of the same shape, so they look pretty awkward. So maybe if we add some stuff to the top here, we can make it work, maybe. Also, it's just such different woods, but you gotta do with what you have. This is a lot to do in one day, but we have everything in its place. Now it just needs a little bit of character. Add some things that make this place feel like I didn't just do it today. When it comes to not buying decorations, you can go shop around your own home, so finding items that aren't necessarily needed in other rooms. So I went around the house and got a couple things. I think the decorations are gonna make it feel way homier in here, make it cozy enough for their guests. Let's take a lookie. These look pretty bizarre there. Maybe I do this. No, that looks weird. Oh boy. I mean, maybe if I push them back. It's just bizarre. This is nice because it goes with the black lampshade, which is like really weird for this space because there's no black anywhere else. So if we just have this black one, that is our best option. I think that's the least awkward. Definitely have a funky style going on here. Time to hang some curtains. Rod come down. Oh yay. Yes. Here we go. Oh. They're very sheer curtains. I don't have a lot of light to block, so. Lovely. This is the last thing that I think I should use. The reds are off. Since we don't have flooring, I want to try and use as much rug as possible. Really, I wanted it to go like this and then under there. So that game plan of them being like this is not working. And I most certainly can't do them like horizontal to each other. That would be bizarre, right? Yeah, no. No. Who spilled on this carpet? I mean, it really nicely goes under the bed like that. I definitely like it that way. It just ties it together very nicely. My worst nightmare has come true. I have broken this picture frame, and not only did it sound terrifying, but it is terrifying. I had it laying on the ground, which was the stupidest thing I could have done. And then this thing, I knocked it off and he fell onto the picture frame. I am glad I don't have to pick up the glass. I do not look forward to having to tell her I broke this. I hope it's not important. This is like the one thing I did not want to happen. At least the art is not damaged. I will just need to get a new frame for her. So it's really not a big deal, hopefully. Like, hopefully this, I don't think this frame is special. It doesn't look special, but you never know. We finally come to the moment that you've all been waiting for, including myself. We've finished. It is the next day, and I just had to put the bedding on this morning, and I'm pretty happy with it, guys. But before I show you, I want to talk about a few things. Obviously, the point of this was to use what we had, and I think that's realistic to a lot of people, but a lot of people also just don't have this much stuff. People don't even have a spare bedroom. A lot of times, people don't have this much stuff to fill their spare bedroom with. So, in a way, it is very realistic, but in a way, it's not. They were lucky enough to have all this stuff to fill the room with, so it takes time to build out a room like this, even to find the pieces for it. And there are a couple ways to do that don't require any money, like this piece, but on Facebook they do have a free tab, so you could always look there. And thrifting. You can find a lot of furniture for really cheap and clean it up and do a couple things to it, and it's probably better than a lot of things you can even get in a store. It's finally time to show you guys this thing. Thank you guys for sticking around. If you like how it turned out, let me know. If you didn't, I'm always open to constructive criticism. How would you have set this space up? What would you have done with what we have? I would love to hear your guys' ideas. You need to see the space to give me any feedback, so let's show you this. I think people don't start projects like this in their home because they have an all or nothing mentality. I need to do the paint, I need to get the floor done before I can make it a functional space again. But you'd be surprised how making it a functional space is actually the step you need to motivate you to finally decide between the 4 different floorings you were considering. Maybe you just need to make the space functional again to even make those big decisions. That way you can see how you can use what you already have. Just make the room functional again. The fun doesn't have to end here, guys. You can click here and join me in another video.